welcome to the Smark Tank. I am Shannon Epstein, alongside the wondrous one, the one and only Bob Black. So Raw, SmackDown, NXT, we got shook up this week. Week after the WrestleMania. We saw a lot of call-ups last week. This week we got a shake-up.
Did we get a shake-up? Is that what we're calling this?
Well, there's a few people who are like, I miss the draft format where they called them and there was suspense building rather than just like, all right, so by the way, this person's here now.
You mean like where they're just like, oh yeah, all the SmackDown mid card?
Yeah,
they're just gonna be on Raw now. They should just live with that.
It's dope. Some dope shit.
Yeah, no.
My life is dope, and I do dope shit.
You got a what's that? You got a problem that that everyone that was in almost everybody who was in the mid card match at WrestleMania is now on Raw.
I don't know why they did that though.
Yeah, and then they sent Jeff Hardy to Smack. There's so many questions.
They sent Joe to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then they placed a what if on Joe where they were like, oh, yeah, I might win the IC title and then I'll bring it to SmackDown.
Like,
or stay on Raw. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But you know what? Everybody on SmackDown's on fucking Easy Street until I came here. Now you all have to work for your paychecks.
I could see them doing some shit where like they have Hardy drop the U.S. title back to Jinder.
Yeah.
At the Greatest Royal Rumble and have Joe win the IC title.
Right.
And bring the IC title over. I mean, because I feel like they only put it on Jeff because they wanted Jeff to be a Grand Slam champion. Oh. Which they're very big on now.
Oh, yeah, I've been noticing that. Like, everybody wants to be Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, everybody wants to have a Grand Slam title.
I'm just slowly raising our volumes.
Yeah, so like I can see them being like, oh yeah, you know what? Let's have Jeff get the Grand Slam. We really like him.
We always like Jeff. I told you last week I like Jeff Hardy.
We're gonna give him the singles push. So
that guy Jeff Harvey, he's good.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, the more entertaining brand looks like it's going to be SmackDown. That being said,
I was like, why? Why is? Because Joe's on it.
The talent
and Brian and AJ and Shinsuke's on it.
The only thing that they're missing is Finn Balor, and that show would be dynamite.
Yeah. And then Andrade is there now.
Like, let's just go down the list of possible matches that we're gonna have. We can possibly see on SmackDown coming up.
Oh, and Colin Cassidy. Not that I said last week I was underwhelmed by him, but
we're just gonna act like Big Cass didn't show up. But you know what? We can't because he was there.
He was there in the main event.
Yeah.
He was like, "Fuck you, Daniel Bryan."
Whatever. He has a thing against.
And
then
Shinsuke Nakamura like low blowed AJ Styles in the background, and it was weird.
Maybe he'll have a good match. Maybe
I almost want to see Cass be Shinsuke's bodyguard.
I'm okay with him being Shinsuke's bodyguard. Actually,
that would be like the natural progression for me.
That's what it feels like they're going to do.
No, but they kept them separate intentionally. Like AJ's getting low blowed while Daniel Bryan's like off. Like I'm gonna beat your ass, fucking Colin Cass.
I feel like eventually they're going to make him like Shinsuke's Diesel.
I would love that. I think that's what they should do. Long overdue.
Because I don't think he's necessarily ready for like main event status. But you could tell Vince likes him because he's big.
Yeah, I think if he like betrays Shinsuke at some point down the road,
that
could lead to a big pop for him. Actually, like he's just like, you know what? I want the title for myself because I'm a selfish prick.
Yeah, no,
just like you, Shinsuke.
That's fine. So, I mean, let's run down the roster of SmackDown right now and all the cool matches that we're possibly going to see. Shinsuke, AJ, Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, The Miz, Big Cass, Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton.
I always forget Randy Orton's there because I don't care about him.
Sanity
I don't know why I said that. So nonchalantly, but I really just don't.
Shelton Benjamin is back as a singles performer again.
See, I don't know what's up with me and Shelton, but like I want him to be a main eventer. He's like not even an upper mid carder. He's just like a straight mid carder, and he deserves better than that.
He put on a really great match with fucking Jeff Hardy. He made Jeff Hardy that was all right. So the Authors of Pain had like a match on Raw with Heath Slater and Rhino, and the only thing I did while I watched that match was scratch my head and say, why haven't they done the Super Collider yet? I don't get it. I don't.
Because it injures people.
Does it really?
Yeah, supposedly.
Really? Who did it injure?
It injured some jobbers.
Some jobbers? Yeah.
And then like the guy got his head fucking cracked open.
Really?
Yep.
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of not a cool. It is kind of a precarious move.
Oh, this is great. I've got all the wrestlers on all the brands.
But it looks cool though, and they need to make.
Sure, it looks cool.
Need to let them do it more.
Oh, this is just Raw. And then I got Cruiserweights. Where's SmackDown? SmackDown's over here. Wow, SmackDown's roster is so skimpy for the men. And I think it's going to do better than Raw.
Probably.
Cesaro and Sheamus are there. I forgot about that. They cut like a little promo like, oh, we beat the New Day's 180-day streak.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And R-Truth is on SmackDown now?
R-Truth is on there. Ty Dillinger's on there.
He had a weird promo with Ty.
He did. It was really cool. He said...
He's like, oh, shit. I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be on Raw. He's like, no, motherfucker, it's SmackDown.
He's like, oh, it's so great that we're all here together on Monday Night Raw. And I was like, this is a great promo. This is genius.
This is what he always does, though. This is what he's been doing. He's like, all right, I'm ready to win that Money in the Bank. It's like, no, motherfucker, it's the Royal Rumble.
Little Jimmy. Honestly,
you want him to go back to that.
I'm really mad they never did anything with that gimmick. That gimmick was so good.
Yeah,
like
the Jimmy gimmick?
The paranoid black guy gimmick that they gave R-Truth.
Yeah.
At first I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit. Sanity's fucking coming up without Nikki Cross, though.
Yes.
Why?
Nikki Cross is probably... Well, think about it. Who does Shayna Baszler have to fight in NXT right now?
What? She can't be alone. She needs her like brothers and sisters.
Who does?
Shit.
I'm asking the real question. Who does she have to face in NXT right now besides Kairi Sane? Nobody. No one. No. Like you can't feed any of the, any of the talents you really like to her.
Yeah.
So who do you feed her, and who do you build up with her? Nikki Cross, and then you call her up later.
Sure, I guess.
Yeah. Like it's not like
it could be like a surprise thing.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Sanity beats up women.
Yeah,
that's weird.
It's like you can't.
That is weird.
It's like it's like you can't feed. You couldn't keep the Iconics there and feed them to her because that doesn't make sense.
When is that tag title supposed to debut?
Yeah,
when you have fucking tag team wrestlers up there?
The Iconics. I mean, the Iconics. They've been there for NXT for a while, right?
Yep.
So like they needed to get called up. They needed to get called up. Like it wasn't like, well, maybe they should get. It's like no, they needed to get fucking called up, and they did a really good job. They're doing a pretty good job right now.
Are you kidding? They're amazing. They are a refreshing start to the SmackDown roster.
They lay cool 2.0, and that's nice. I'm okay with that. All right. We'll see how they turn out in the ring. We'll see if they can put on like really great matches, because I feel like at this point in the main roster with the women, you have to be able to work. Like you can't just come up there and be like not a good worker anymore. Like the age of where you could come up to the main roster and not be a good worker in the ring for a woman is not. It's like has passed. Like that age is gone. Like the Kellys and Maria Canales who are like. They're pretty, but they can't really work. All right, that age is gone.
Oh, it's like, what is all that?
Yeah. We're in an age where it's like if you come up and you're on the main roster, you gotta work. You gotta be able to work. Even like Alicia Fox can work, and
big time she can work.
And like she gets not a lot of screen time. Mickie James sold the Eclipse like it killed her.
I posted that on our Facebook.
Yeah, on Monday now. She sold that shit better than I have ever seen anyone sell that move before. I was like, holy crap. I know.
She did a double flip.
Yeah, I know.
She like flipped.
I know that Ember Moon, when they got to the back, was like, thank you. That was amazing. Holy shit. Thank you for doing that. If I ever have to sell for you, I'm gonna sell like a fucking. I hope I can sell half as good. Because like me, let's be real. Mickie James is like 40, right? Like like 41, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like that shit was like Rock in his prime level stunner. Like,
Right.
you know, it was like, oh my god, that.
She's 38, so she's not 40 something.
Yeah,
let's give her a little bit
of credit. Okay,
not credit, but just like let's not, let's
give her
not bury. Because
like
women are really sensitive about that stuff.
Yeah,
no.
So I didn't mean to. You know, I mean,
I know you didn't. I'm just saying, like, let's just, not make her older than she is. Because in this business, when you're that old, they really will take you off the air.
Yeah, they will. They'll try to push you to the back.
And like, I think she'll be wrestling in her 40s better than I'll ever be wrestling in my life. You know what I mean?
Probably.
So,
I mean, undoubtedly. She's
the type of person
like
that deserves the title.
Yeah.
Just to be the old veteran.
Yeah.
And, like, she deserves a nice heel run. Like, I'm smarter than all you women. I'm better than all you women. Yeah, you may look at me and say I'm grandma, but I'm only in my 30s. You guys have a long way to catch up to somebody as talented as me.
Yeah.
Just like, I wish they still did things like that. Like, they give the person who has the seniority and the most experience. Because, like, Nia Jax is young.
Yeah, no.
She's a young kid,
Yeah, she has a little bit of time before she really, 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 really becomes... super sad.
Yeah, she's not a ring general by any means necessary. She's just like got a good gimmick. She's 33.
And she's
Nia. Yeah.
Nia's good in the ring.
I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm just saying she's not a general like Mickey. Mickey's really been through it. Like she's been wrestling since
she's been
she's hard body like since fucking 2005 in WWE.
I mean, she was putting on like
and then she was in TNA before that in like 2002 and 2003.
She was putting on really good matches with Trish Stratus
in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was when
back when women were just like, oh, this is
an afterthought. Yeah, like that feud was so hot.
Yeah,
that people like had no choice but to start paying attention. Like they call that the golden age of the diva, or not? Yeah, the golden age of the divas was probably 2005 when you had Trish, you had Lita, you had Mickey. Those were your three go-to gals. You also had Ivory, who was fucking amazing. Jacqueline, that's going more back towards the Attitude Era, but they were still around.
Yeah.
Not so much Jackie, but Ivory was still around. Molly Holly was around.
Molly Holly.
Yeah, those are your go-to people.
Still can kind of bust out that Molly go round. She does it really well.
Amazing. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I got nothing bad to say about Molly Holly. You wanted to go into the SmackDown roster. Apparently, Chris Jericho. Is on there.
I forgot Jericho's on there.
We forget this. Is he coming back for a full-time run? I don't think so. I don't think he's slated.
He's still part-time right now.
Yeah. It's pretty cool on fucking SmackDown.
But like that,
it's short enough. Like this is the kind of roster that like doesn't make me think that the card is too stacked.
Yeah.
So like. The only thing that kind of sucks is that they gave up Ziggler to Raw. So, like, he's going into an even bigger pond. Like, on SmackDown, you got maybe about 25, 30 men on there. And on Raw, you've got probably about close to 40, 45 men.
I mean, they've added so many people to Monday Night Raw at this point. I don't know where you're going to find time for
we can go down the list A to Z on these rosters and see what they're actually going to do with them. Starting with Akam, a.k.a. Akam and Razor or whatever.
I don't know. I think they're going to...
Akam's Razor.
I think they're eventually going to take the tag titles away from Hardy Wyatt.
If they get it at the Greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh, they're definitely going to
We can talk about that card as well.
Yeah. They're definitely taking the titles and the Greatest Royal Rumble because the bar is on SmackDown. And you don't reason to give a SmackDown
right.
tag team the Raw tag team titles. That doesn't make sense.
Well, that kind of sucks for Bray and Hardy because then you don't have anything to do with arguably some of your most over talent. Then you're just feeding... And Bray's young still.
Yeah, Bray's
young. So, like, the only way they really should be dropping those titles is if Bray betrays Matt, like, right away.
They have been talking about it. I've seen that they're talking about possibly having Bray betray Matt.
I mean, he was supposed to betray him with Sanity, but Sanity is now going to SmackDown, which is very limiting to Bray Wyatt's character once again. Like, I think that was just a bad business decision. But that's fine. They do whatever they want. Bray can betray Matt, keep the war going, keep the lower mid card as the lower mid card, because like I said, that feud finally had some energy towards the end of it, and then they ended it. And now it's kind of weird, but like it's nebulous, and it's kind of like, oh, we don't really know what we're doing with Bray and Matt, but we know that they're going to be a tag team. We want Jeff to be kept separate. He's on SmackDown now.
Yep.
Because they want to groom him. Probably, like you said, there were some last week. You said there were some in the company who are really high on him.
Yes.
So maybe if he keeps his act together, he'll have another title run. He was a world champion.
Sure. 2 times.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
So fine, have him on SmackDown separate from his brother. That means broken Matt Hardy can be his own thing, and like, Jeff Hardy, the enigmatic one, or whatever his gimmick is.
The mysterious enigma. I don't remember.
I don't remember what they were like promoting him as. Like
something enigma.
Whatever. I mean, Jeff is fucking cool. He is his own star. Like, nobody's gonna fucking say that he isn't. I mean, he's a world heavyweight champion, which his brother never got.
Yeah.
And I think with this broken gimmick, he totally has all the tools in the shed in order to open that up to being a world heavyweight champion. But he can't be a world heavyweight champion with the tag team. So, fine. You put Akam and Razor against the Hardys right away, right out the gate. Have them lose the title because Hardy was betrayed by Bray. That'd be fine. That continues the feud a little bit. And then there could be an ultimate deletion. But I feel like it just ended.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It ended, and the next chapter of it is starting with the twist of Bray being his partner. So I don't think it serves a purpose story-wise. It's not the third act yet by far.
I mean, I feel like they win the titles, they run for a little bit, and then they figure it out. They win titles, they run for a little bit, then they figure it out. Because it's like at this point, they're not going to put the title, they're not putting the title on the bar, right?
Of course not.
Everyone knows this.
Yeah.
They're not putting the title on the bar. The team that will probably win the title in the future is going to be the Revival or Akam and Razor. That's realistic. Or maybe even Ziggler McIntyre. Because they're a tag team now.
Are they, though? He said he just brought him there. I don't know if that means, like... It's not like he was in 3MB with
They already have a finisher. All right?
Shh. What are you talking about?
The zigzag... The clay zag. The zag more.
Really? That happened? Was that what happened in that segment? I kind of, like, looked away.
Yeah, so...
Why?
McIntyre hit the Claymore into a zigzag. So yeah, they have it. It's a tag.
I just looked away. I was like, "Oh, cool! Fucking Drew McIntyre's there." And then I was like, "I don't give a shit anymore."
I mean,
the fact that like
it looked really cool. It looked really great. It was a really awesome way to do it.
This just proves my point that there is too many fucking people in the Raw roster that they're gonna put a main eventer like Dolph Ziggler, and yeah, a lot of people will argue that Dolph Ziggler's not a main eventer. He never was. Sure, he was. He was fucking almost as over as D. Bry was.
Yeah.
And then like they got sick of him losing, so they were like, "We're not gonna get behind this guy." It's like trying to get into Zack Ryder when they just keep taking all that makes Zack Ryder good away from him.
Yep, pretty much. He's just trying to get over.
Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
It kills momentum. Yeah, what do you? I mean,
the Raw roster is too fucking stacked, man. And then you've got like undefeated Brock Lesnar. I don't see him losing the title at the Great American Bash or whatever the fuck it is. What is it called? The Greatest Royal Rumble? Yeah. I don't give a fuck what that shit's called.
I don't understand why you didn't have McIntyre take that Cassidy spot.
Fuck yeah.
I mean, McIntyre has all the tools. He not only does he have all the tools, he looks great. He's like, he knows how to promo. He has a presence. It's just like, I know you guys like Cass and Baron Corbin, but
nobody else seems to.
Yeah, but of the three of them are like tall, kind of muscular white dudes with beards.
Cass is in good shape.
Yeah,
Cass is in very good shape, and like that's fine.
Wherever
he lands up, it helps. It helps your brand. I honestly feel that way.
Yes, but
I'm not trying to take anything away from him. He is just overall right now. Yeah. He does not have all the tools he needs. In order to like captivate my attention. I feel like he gets fed to Daniel Bryan to show that Daniel Bryan's still a force to be reckoned with.
Sure, what I'm saying is that McIntyre is someone who has the ability to portray a certain level of threat while also having all the other tools necessary.
Yeah, McIntyre's seasoned. Yes. He's super fucking seasoned. On top of that, he's an indie star that stuff of legend indie star.
Yes. So
he's like a CM Punk.
So like him having a feud with Bryan would make perfect sense as an inaugural sort of like.
Yeah, because they're both indie guys too.
Yeah, they're both indie guys. Welcome to the roster again.
But you can't feed McIntyre to Bryan, though.
You don't have. It doesn't. And his thing is like, even if you fed him to Bryan, it wouldn't matter because he like. My thing about feeding Cass to Bryan is like, well, that actually hurts Cass because Cass is kind of like no one kind of. It would just be like, okay, your biggest match, Cass, is fighting Big Show with Enzo in a chicken cage above the ring. That's your biggest match. Yeah.
I know, and that's it. Yeah. He's young in the. Yeah. Okay, so you're saying that Drew McIntyre has the tools in the shed in order to come back from a potential feeding to Bryan?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't even think that it's going to be a feeding.
He could turn heel like right after that.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's going to be a feeding. It's going to be like a match. And like it's going to be a match that people are going to get into. And I don't know. I'm not saying that Cass can't do that with Daniel Bryan. I think he can.
I don't know about that. I think what you said before is it kind of... You're right. His biggest match is having a chicken cage fight with Big Show and Enzo.
Yeah,
it's so sad, actually.
It is.
But he was gonna go places in his career.
Yeah, he was. And I think like McIntyre could put on an amazing match with D-Bry, and people will say this guy's for real, even if he loses.
I mean, everybody wants to fight Daniel Bryan. Right now, so.
Yeah. So it's like. I get it. You're the reason they're really pushing Cass because they want to make him a star. That's fine. Okay.
Well, SmackDown is like the B show, so it's like a smaller pond.
Yeah, they want him to be the big guy.
Well, I mean, do you think Daniel Bryan gets fed to McIntyre? I mean, not McIntyre, Cass.
He should not.
I know, because he's your biggest fucking star. He's bigger than AJ Styles, arguably.
Yeah. If you're Vince and you finally realize that this guy's money. This guy's money, and it's not like before when you're like, oh,
he's a gnome. He's a B+ player.
Yeah, who's this weird gnome guy? It's like it's like who this weird gnome guy is because the fans are crazy about him. And they buy his merchandise.
Like fucking his horrible merchandise, too.
And like, so this.
His notably bad merchandise.
Yeah. This. Don't be an idiot. Keep him like...
Well, look at what they're doing with Rusev, though, man. Like, Rusev gets the loudest pops. You can't even muffle his pops. That's how loud they are.
He's going to get a push eventually.
Yeah, right.
It's just he can't not.
Like he fucking disses the crowd. Aiden English. He comes out and he's like, Shinsuke Nakamura couldn't wait to get away from this stupid piece of crap town. Boo. Yeah. But don't worry, cause here is Rusev Day, and they're like, oh, Rusev Day. Like.
He'll get a push.
He was getting a louder pop than Daniel Bryan that night.
He's going to get a push. Don't worry. I believe in him. He's going to get a push.
I do too, actually. And like arguably, that man fucking earned it. He fucking went booking wise, like in 2014 with him and Lana. That shit was amazing.
Yeah.
That shit was like I looked at him and I was like, nobody can beat this guy. John Cena can't even beat this guy. There's no way. And all of a sudden, right after Cena beat him, the golden shovel buried that motherfucker.
They shoveled the shit out of him.
Yep.
But in my opinion, my biggest concern right now is that SmackDown has a shit ton of heels and not a lot of baby faces.
But that's like the whole problem with the roster is that like they don't know how to get faces over. So you being a heel is almost not even a problem in this kind of climate.
The only thing I'll say is that
because like AJ Styles is technically a heel. He never turned face.
Yeah,
he never turned face.
They have the right faces, I would say. They have D-Bry, who's like just got like just super nostalgia face heat, and they have AJ, who's people just love. You just love AJ. And then they have
they can't even like that's the thing is he never turned face AJ. Yeah. It just kind of happened. It was like, you know what? I'm gonna start being a good guy, and they were just like, okay. That's fine.
And then and then who's the other face? They have Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy. That's it.
Randy Orton's getting pops actually.
Yeah, and he's a face.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm not like a big Randy Orton fan. I'm just not.
But that's all your faces. Those are all your faces on SmackDown right now. Everyone else is a heel.
Oh, you're talking about singles competitors only? Yeah, we're not talking about tag teams like New Day and R-Truth and Ty Dillinger.
Ty. No.
Does Ty not count as a face?
He counts as a face. I'm talking main eventers.
Okay, and how soon when just like a sub bet here? How soon after Sanity debuts do they break them up? Like a month? Because like I feel like they're so high on Killian Dane at this point.
Well, they do love him.
They are in love with Killian Dane.
I don't know if they love him or Triple H loves him.
He's good though.
He's fantastic.
He cuts amazing promos, and he works his ass off in the ring.
He's fantastic. You know, the question is, like I said, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I'm asking you for like a bet, like a month, 2 months, 3 months, a year.
I say they keep
half a year.
I say they keep him running for a year. You know, before they break off Killian.
Is that the smart thing to do, or is that just like?
Yeah.
Is that what like they're actually gonna do?
I think it's what they're gonna actually do.
Okay, that's fair. I think they could be like the new NWO if you do the right thing with them.
They're not gonna be that.
I can honestly say I think they could run the fucking show.
If they were gonna be,
they could be like taking over kind of deal.
If they were gonna be that, they wouldn't announce them via like commercial. Not even commercial. Like also coming up, Sanity.
Yay! Hey everybody, Chaos is coming here next week.
I was like, oh well. Also, we just got from SmackDown. SmackDown Live is also recruited from NXT. Sanity, Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane.
Well, they did cut a cool actually version of that, and it was like Chaos is coming to SmackDown. That was cool. Like if they would have just fucking done that.
Yeah, but that's not how they announced them. So. Like it means like okay like if they announced them or like they were having the like
they should have just surprise fucking came in the main event. Guess what, motherfuckers?
No, that would have been more of an impact. They're like okay, Sanity's a real thing. If they came in and they just fucking fucked up everyone in the main event, and like you just saw Shinsuke he come out and he was like okay, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
You know what I thought was happening. I thought they were an extension of Shinsuke because. His gimmick is the Chaos gimmick.
Yeah, the Chaos gimmick, yeah.
His gimmick actually is the Chaos gimmick. I thought that's what it was. They were going to be an extension of Shinsuke Nakamura, which would be dope.
Yeah.
Which would be fucking crazy if they had a fucking
it would
4-person stable.
Yeah. It would definitely translate over because of...
and like you have your mid-card champion, Eric Young. You have your main event champion, fucking Shinsuke Nakamura, and your tag team, Alexander Wolf, and fucking, what's his name? Killian Dane.
Big demo, yeah.
That would be like the stuff of fucking 4 Horsemen territory, which I've been waiting for them to do that.
I mean, they could hypothetically do it. I just don't think they would.
I don't either, and it sucks, man. Because it doesn't make any kind of it doesn't make an impact on your brand surprises.
In Japan, Chaos was Shinsuke's stable. He created it. It was his stable. And I can see them doing it. I can see it working. I don't know if I can see them doing it. I can see it absolutely being like, okay, this works, but I don't know if they would do it.
Yeah, well, that's the problem is that we've said this already that they don't like to take risk at all. They like to just play it safe. The only thing that was like risky to me was like, oh, we're not going to book WrestleMania the way you guys think we're doing it. I was like, oh, whoa.
And I feel like it's only because they had Greatest Royal Rumble coming up right
yeah, after. And they were like, we'll give them the rub, in Saudi Arabia where like they'll just kind of do whatever we say because like we don't come out there at all for these people.
Yeah.
So, yay! And then next week when Roman's on Raw, everybody's like, oh, you're a champion. Fuck you, boo.
You should immediately turn heel then. They should just be like,
I know, but they don't fucking do it. Could you imagine though? Could you imagine if Roro goes to fucking Raw with the belt and they're all like boo?
And he just goes what?
And then he's just silent like after when he beat Taker. He's like, and then he's like, I told you, stupid motherfuckers.
It'd be cool
if you keep putting me in a ring with Brock Lesnar. I was gonna beat him. There was no way I was walking out there without the title. Believe that. And just walks off.
Nah, you know what'd be even better? they're like, boo. And he's just standing in the middle of the ring. He's like, boo. He's like, what? And, and they're like, boo, you suck, Roman. What?
What?
Boo. What?
What? My watch says what?
What? What? He's
not Stone Cold. Though. That's such a gimmick infringement.
Yeah, no. But like he just does the what to them. Like they do to other people. He's like, and they're like, and he's like, oh, what? You guys don't like it when it's on you when you're on the other side, huh? You don't like it when it's when someone else is doing it to you, do you? What? 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 That's right. Guess who's the champion?
What? I mean, they'll never do that in a million years. You know that, right? Like, you know that, like, there are things that can happen, and then there's like, not your world.
Yeah,
like, there's no reality where he fucking does the what chant back to them. Like, as wonderful as that is, like, as smart as that is, as like, meta as that is.
That'd be amazing. And then,
they don't play meta anymore, dude. And then, they don't do that.
And then before he leaves, he goes, you know, you guys said, everyone looked at me.
Said, I can't do it.
And they said,
Roman can't do it. I took 7 F5s that night.
Yeah. And then you said, I deserve it. And you know what? You're right. I do deserve it.
When did they say he deserves it?
Like whenever he's like bleeding.
Or you deserve this.
And he's like, you know what? I do deserve this.
This is awful.
I deserve this title. And so I'm going to cheer. And you know what? So when you ask me, am I happy with what I've done in this ring? Am I happy with this title? I only have one word to say. Yes. Yeah, so then he just drops the mic. He does the yes chants all the way down. All the way down.
You don't get it. Yeah, you don't understand that these things are reserved for certain superstars only.
Yeah, I know. But that would be amazing if he did just like troll the crowd.
But that's what got Daniel Bryan over is that he trolled the crowd. You understand that? Like, if he does that, oh, wait, he can get over like that? Is that what you mean to tell me, Bob Black? I agree with you. Like, him trolling the crowd is the key to his success.
Yeah.
Can he troll the crowd? Absolutely can Joe Anoa'i fucking do it.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Easily. I mean, it's just not the good guy thing to do, and that's the problem. Is like they think he's a face in their deluded, dilapidated fucking way of thinking. They think he's going to be a face after he wins in Saudi Arabia.
Apparently, a lot of the Samoans that have been like, they should just turn him heel.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of the Samoan
he does so much better as a heel.
A lot of Samoan contingent are like, we make our money like historically, Samoans have made their money as heels, so we're good at it.
The Rock was a fucking like the greatest heel of all fucking time. No, Rikishi actually is different. Rikishi was popular.
He was a face.
He was great and too cool. He was great as, I think, what was he, the Head Shrinkers? Was it the Head Shrinkers? I don't think it was the Head Shrinkers. It was like the Wilds. Fuck.
He was in the Head Shrinkers.
Was it the Head Shrinkers?
It was the Head Shrinkers.
Yeah, but remember he did that like rap song in the street. He was like, yo, all these people in the streets, stop shooting other people.
Yeah.
Rikishi, Junior Fatu. What was he in? Was it the Head Shrinkers? It was the Head Shrinkers. I knew I was right. Shit. I gotta stop doubting myself.
Yeah, no. I mean, but like, remember when he turned heel? He was a really, really good heel.
It was cool because he said, it was me who ran you over, Stone Cold.
I ran you over.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the shut your mouth, you thong wearing fatty. Yeah. I will never forget that.
Yeah, no,
I'll never. His fucking cousin.
He was amazing. He's an amazing heel. He just became so savage again.
He was like what's his name?
He became basically Umaga.
Samoan Spike. There you go, Umaga.
He became Umaga.
Rest in peace, Umaga.
And then you had Umaga, who was amazing. Who Vince definitely wanted to push to the title. He would definitely have given him the title if
Umaga.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If he didn't die, yeah.
Oh yeah.
God bless him, man. He would have had that title.
If he didn't have like the
Umaga was his creation, Vince.
Yeah.
And so he was behind it. He was like, oh yeah, you're a monster. You're a monster. You're gonna beat Bobby Lashley. Yeah. You're gonna beat everyone.
Yeah. If he didn't have the substance abuse problems, he would have been champion. And like Vince is on record saying that. Vince is like, I try. Vince was crying when he heard about him passing. A lot of people were crying actually.
Yeah.
I mean, but he was like, I tried.
I'm sorry. Speaking of rest in peace, I don't want to forget. Yeah, Bruno. Yeah. Rest in peace, Bruno. Like the longest reigning champion ever. Yeah. Like he held that title for like what, 5 fucking years?
9 years.
There you go.
That's 7 years, and then He lost it to Ivan Kozlov, and then he held it. He won it back.
Didn't he lose it to Bob Backlund too?
He lost to Ivan Kozlov, and then he won it back like a couple years later and held it for 3 years, and lost it to Bob Backlund. I do believe.
There you go. I knew he lost it to Backlund at some point, and they were like, "Why did we do this? Why did we give the title to Bob Backlund?"
Bob Backlund, woo!
the crossface chicken wing. I'm back, baby.
Bob Backlund, woo!
Oh my God, he wrestled with a broken neck. Like Bruno
Sammartino, like
is savage as fuck.
Let's just look at the picture of old Bruno Sammartino. Look at that man.
Look at the specimen.
This fucking just a mound.
He
of
could
man.
chokeslam you before the chokeslam was invented with his mind.
He was I mean, like, not only that, he was also a legit like wrestler. Like he was a shooter. He's like, oh, you want to get cute?
Yeah. He didn't like
yeah.
it when you got cute in the ring.
Yeah, he's like, you think you're gonna go into business for yourself? Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Bruno will take care of you. Don't worry about it. He's like,
Start making you tap, even if you were supposed to not tap out like and shit. Like, no. What are you doing? It's not the finish, kid. Stop it. Stop tapping, you moron. Let go of me.
He's like, what are you doing? He's like, he wanted to go into business for himself. Is that true? Well, if Bruno made him tap, he'd probably Bruno would just make him tap.
Yeah, Bruno did not fuck around, man.
No, Bruno Sammartino was not he was not for the games. He was gonna hurt you. He was like, if you did business, no one better to do business with. He would do business with you. He didn't care if he lost. He was like, I'll lose, yeah, whatever. Like he's like, if we're gonna do business, we're gonna do business. He's a man of his word. But like, if you decide to get cute, Bruno Sammartino would definitely take care of you.
Yep, that he would.
Yep.
Well, that was I guess our Bruno segment. I didn't even I completely forgot until we mentioned Umaga, and then I was like, oh shit,
yeah,
fucking poor Bruno, man, he passed away.
Yeah, Bruno will be missed.
Yeah. I mean, look, he lived a long life.
Definitely did.
More than most got a chance to. I mean, he passed away at 82.
He definitely did.
Yeah. 2 days ago from this recording.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't mean to drag it down. But sure. You just got to pay homage to the greats. Bruno definitely was the fucking original OG, man. Held that fucking title for 9 years and shit. Like, that's nuts. Like, you can't even hold a title now. Like, who's the longest reigning of the modern era? CM Punk with like a year?
No, I think Lesnar eclipsed that record.
Did he?
Well, just check. I do believe he did.
All right, I'll check. But
very recently, like in the last week, maybe. I don't know.
Well, let's move into our next topic, which I don't know what that is.
Let's talk about.
We've been going down the Raw card by talking about the roster. That's kind of been the MO of the episode.
Pretty much. I don't know, man. It was just.
I mean, obviously, Ember Moon versus Mickie James was dope. Yeah, that was great. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and like all the heels versus all the faces.
That was fun, I guess.
I actually liked that match. I really, really liked that match.
It wasn't as laborious as a 10-man tag match usually is.
It was good to me, though, honestly. Like, I just thought it was a good match. I think, you know what it is? Anytime Seth Rollins is in a match these days, I'm like automatically interested in it since the Gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Like, I went to WWE.com today, and there was like an editorial video about how Tyler Black became Seth Rollins.
Right.
And it goes through all his transitions of backyard wrestling and all the names he had.
Sure.
Like, he had a Magic the Gathering name, Gix.
Yeah.
And something the Destroyer and whatever. Like, he went through a bunch of, like, transitions until he got to Tyler Black in, like, ROH, I think.
And ROH, when he was Tyler Black, he was really... That's where he really, with him and Jimmy Jacobs and the the emo. I call it the emo gimmick because that's what it was. It was like the emo gimmick.
But I'm just saying, like, for me, Seth Rollins is like the greatest wrestler that ever lived. Now, like he's like
he's up there.
He's like the mountain man of legend. Like, I see him as a lumberjack.
Well, he was, and
you see, oh my God, it's Paul Bunyan. You know, like that's how I look at Seth Rollins. I mean, now.
Roman Reigns talks about it. Like when he got to NXT or FCW, he's like, Tyler Black was the man. He ran everything. So when they set up the Shield, he was the one who ran everything. He was
he was the architect.
He was the architect. He was like, they all like put in their own stuff together, but it was like when he got there, it was.
I gotta say, the match actually told a really good story.
Yeah.
Because in the end, with that Miz Taraj turn, which was perfectly orchestrated,
Sure.
It's just I felt like it should have happened 2 weeks ago when there was already infighting or alleged infighting.
Sure. Yeah.
Where he was like, "Oh, a no good a B-lister who can't fight." What did you say, Bo? You know, like
yeah.
I felt like that should have told a different story. That segment, that story should have told that there was actually jealousy and dissension amongst the ranks.
I mean,
and they were like, "Look, we're gonna be a team. We're gonna be a unit. Let's just come around." And then he was like, "All right, fine." You know, like I think it should have told that story.
Yeah.
And then led to this tonight because like it almost didn't make sense 2 weeks ago to tell that story that there was like a dissension, but it was just all a game. It was all a mind game for you guys.
Yeah.
I didn't because But then again, I don't even think they knew that they were going to move Miz to SmackDown until they had like the writers' meeting this week, probably.
I honestly, a lot of the moves felt arbitrary.
It just feels like random, right? It just feels like, Vince McMahon feels this way, so this is what's happening now. Yeah, and then Vince McMahon's going to get like pissed off later. Like, to be really honest with you, Bob, I think that like they should be trading wrestlers throughout the course of the year.
Sure.
Like they shouldn't wait for a time where like the trade window's open. It should just be there was a mid-season trade between Kurt Angle and Paige and Daniel Bryan's now on Raw.
I just didn't understand why like there's certain wrestlers on Raw right now. I just don't understand what they're gonna do.
Wait, what?
There's certain wrestlers on Raw who I just don't understand what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, let's go down the Raw roster.
Yeah,
we went down the SmackDown roster. Let's go down the Raw roster. I mean, we started to do that. Apollo Crews. He's nothing. He should go back to NXT.
Jobber at this point.
He should go back to NXT. He was better off there.
Yeah, the jobber.
He's still better off at NXT if you ask me.
He should just go to the Indies. Just go back to the Indies and be awesome. Because he's awesome and they don't treat him well in the Fed. So he should.
He's amazing. He is somebody who can work. He can, and obviously he's putting people over really well.
Yeah.
But that's not all he should be.
No.
Who else is there? Baron Corbin. I don't think Baron Corbin should be anywhere personally, but you seem to like him.
Me, I don't. I like him as a mid-carder, but Vince is very high on him and he wants to push him to the main event. I still think that's stupid. I think if he stays in the mid-card and Raw for the extended period, and they maybe try to push him to the upper mid-card towards the end of the year, I'd be okay with it. Like, as long as he had good matches up to that point. But it feels like there's already reports about Vince loving him, wanting him to be a main eventer or seeing him as a main eventer, and I'm just like,
I know, but you keep seeing all these people as main eventers, and there's just not enough room on the card.
And I'm just like, I don't get it. I don't understand why
he's so like boring.
Yeah, I just don't understand. He doesn't have like that visceral threat level that like Joe
is that
has.
his problem? Yeah, well, Joe comes out. I don't even think Joe gets these promos handed to him. I think he's coming up with them.
Oh yeah, he definitely.
Or he comes up with them and he hands it to the writers like, "This is what I'm going to say," and then they're like, "Okay, we approve this.
Yeah,
this is better than anything we could write for you."
Sure, that's true.
Oh my God, his promos this week were so fucking good. Like, he's so good. He is probably got the best promo in Mike skills. I don't know why I said in Mike, but it's Mike's skills on all the cards. Like, better even than Miz at this point. No, in my fucking opinion.
It's fantastic. I mean, he's had to work on it. He's had to work on it for a really long time.
I mean, they don't write shit for you in the indies. We know that.
You have to make that shit up, and now he's fantastic at it.
He's like CM Punk here right now. Yeah. Like, he's cutting these promos that almost sound like pipe bombs.
Oh, and Punk, I mean, Punk was doing that. I mean, Punk was doing, like, pipe bomb promos since the
incarnation of his fucking being. Him and Kevin Owens, actually, too.
Yeah, so this is ROH. His last promo in ROH is infamous promo.
Oh, the one where he was like, "I'm leaving for WWE." Yeah. Oh no, that wasn't the last one. Yeah, that was before the last one.
That was before the last one. Yeah, and then he's like,
"Nah, I'm not leaving. I'm staying in ROH." And then he actually cut a real goodbye promo.
Yeah. And then he's like, you know what? This is a contract for WWE. I'll give you the ROH title. I want to sign it on top of it. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, that was just an amazing promo where he just basically blasted. He's like, yeah, you guys don't like me. Who would you rather have in here? I'm in here every day training the talent, working with these guys. Who would you rather have? Who would you have? They're like, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's on TNA. He's not coming back here. Who else? Low Key doesn't care about you fucking guys. Like, he just cut this amazing promo, but like that's how he grinded he cut his teeth. And then he got to WWE, and people were like, "Oh my god, he's so amazing! How did he get this so good a promo?" I was like, "Well, he's been doing it in ROH for fucking
Nobody
years."
heard of him when he was in ECW.
Yeah, when he was in fucking ROH, just cutting his teeth.
Yeah,
on like crazy promos.
Well, Vince McMahon told him, he's like, "I don't think you could be a good heel." He's like,
"Yeah,
want to bet, you fucking moron?" He's like, "That's where I thrive as a heel."
Yeah,
he's like, "I suck as a face. I hate being a face.
Yeah,
being a heel, that's natural to me."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm very good at it."
Yeah, he's like, I don't think you can do it." He's like, "You just never watched anything I did, Vince.
Yeah,
you don't know anything about me."
Yeah, it's true.
And then he became the greatest heel that ever was.
He's the most fantastic heel. Truly.
In any event, let's keep going down this list. We got Big Show. That's a do nothing right there.
Probably nothing better. Yeah.
Jobber. Bo Dallas. I can't even believe I said Big Show is a jobber after we just saw this amazing Andre the Giant documentary.
Yeah, nothing. I don't know.
It feels like this is the right time to actually like do something with Big Show, but like he's so old at this point that like, is it worth it?
Nah, yeah, he's done.
He's in such great shape though. That's the other thing. That's the sad part of it all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bo Dallas, and let's talk about Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel from here. Where do they go now that they're
division jobbers?
I know.
That's that.
I know. And you know what? You're talking about fucking Mr. Perfect's son, and you're talking about Barry. What is it? Barry Windham?
Yeah.
Is it Barry Windham? IRS.
IRS. Yeah.
Yeah, it's IRS's kid.
Yep. Jobbers.
Yep. I know. This is what you do with your longest reigning NXT champion, Bo Dallas.
IR jobbers. Bo leaving jobbing.
He's going to leave, all right? He's going to go back to NXT and fucking tear it up over there. That's where these people belong. Like, they don't fucking... If you can't be a world champion, I don't know why you're there. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, why do you have all these fucking subpar talents? Or people who are not subpar talents, but you treat them like they're subpar.
Yeah.
I feel like, all right, with this shakeup should come a fucking title opportunity. Like, they should have a tournament. Honestly, for like, and not like a small tournament, like a fucking ravaging long 64-man fucking tournament for the title. Some crazy shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what should happen with a real title shakeup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if Roman's going to win it, after that, it's like, okay, now it's the climb to the title. We shook up the fucking rosters. Now we're going to see what superstars actually belong on Raw and which superstars actually belong on SmackDown.
Yeah.
You know, like, fine, you could have your jobbers and R-Truth and maybe Bo Dallas, but, like, there are certain other people that, like, look, if you see Baron Corbin as a successful person in your mind, maybe you should give Baron Corbin a couple of, like, real opportunity style matches.
Yes, I agree.
You know? And show, like, what he is capable of to your, you know, mixed up, shooken up new audience, supposedly. I mean, that's kind of what they did with Raw and SmackDown when they decided they were going to have a brand split. They were like, it's going to be completely new shows. And then slowly but surely, it started creeping back into their old ways. You know, they were like,
Well, that's just Vince. Vince can't help himself.
I know, but, like, it was supposed to be a time for change. And, like, it just kind of, like, crept on to being the same old bleach.
I mean, Vince can't not be himself. It doesn't make sense.
Is Elias going anywhere?
No. He's still there.
He's really over, though.
He's
like dramatically over.
King of the jobbers. Jobber king.
I can't disagree with you, man. I feel like there's more to him, but I feel like Renee Russo or whatever. What's her name? Renee Young? Yeah. I feel like she cut him down, and he was like, take out your cell phone and do what I say. And she's like, I don't have time for you. And he just like, he became nothing at that moment. He became less than fucking nothing.
Yeah, honestly, that was amazing.
That kind of like, honestly, to me, just killed his whole momentum. Like, a woman just cut you down who's not even a wrestler or an active competitor. It's just a fucking interviewer. Like, they used to fucking shit on, like, Michael Cole and Kevin Kelly when they were backstage.
Yeah.
You know, and now they can't kind of do that. They can't be like, shut your mouth, you freaking idiot. Because it's not a man doing the announcing. It's a female, and she just shut him up. And she's like, you know what? I don't have time for you. We have segments. Like, what are you, a moron? And he's like, no, do what I say. And she's like, no, I'm not going to. You're an idiot. It's like the announcers should never be talking back to the wrestlers like that. The wrestlers should instill fear in the announcers.
Only, you know what? I was a yes, but I think that was a Vince decision.
I'll tell you what, if Dean Ambrose was there, then maybe she'd have better leverage, because then he can go like, all right, no problem, sweetheart. I'll take it out on your boyfriend the next time I see him.
Sure.
And maybe that is an opening to that kind of feud with Dean Ambrose. Maybe he's on his way back. I don't know.
Maybe. Probably.
But that was so bad. Like, to me, it killed all his momentum. I feel like he's just beyond repair now at this point.
I mean, he's a jobber. He's always been a jobber.
But he's more than that based on crowd responses. And they, like, look at those metrics. They look at those metrics really heavy. And they do nothing with it.
The crowd is programmed to chant. They'll chant anything.
That's not true. You and I both know that's not true, man.
Titus Worldwide was in the ring this week.
Sure.
And they did Worldwide, and half the crowd did it with them.
That's not enough. The whole crowd goes crazy for his chance. Like, they do it heavy. Walk with Alliance. What does WWE stand for? Walk with Alliance. Like, they're militant.
They gave him repeated... He's a segment every week. I'm saying Titus Worldwide is not a segment every week.
Right.
They don't get a segment where they come on and say... Titus Worldwide every week. Like, if they did, I guarantee you everyone in the crowd would be like, Worldwide, because they...
Fine. They should fucking do that experiment. Yeah. They should do that experiment with them.
They should.
But they're racist, so they can't.
They can't. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem with that. I would like to disagree with you based on the popularity factor, but you know, I don't have the correct way to judge that, because they don't actually put them out there every week.
When Tozawa was with Titus Worldwide and they were pushing him, and then Titus Worldwide and Zawa came out and they did Worldwide, everyone did it.
Yeah, well, I don't fucking have that data, unfortunately. All I have is the data of Elias actually being pretty fucking
he's over.
Based on crowd response.
He's over, but they're never going to push him. I just can't see them pushing him. He's going to be a make-harder at best. He's the jobber at worst.
Who got the win this week? Was it Breezango or
Breezango? It was Breezango. Yeah.
So are we going back to pushing the fashion police again?
They should.
Is that happening?
I don't know if they will, but they should.
All right, let's keep looking down this roster. We got some injuries too. We've got fucking Dean Ambrose and Jason Jordan, who are just basically sitting on the shelf waiting to come back.
Right.
Jinder Mahal, is he making an impact at all?
I don't know,
man. I don't want to see him in the main event again.
They really like him though, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't like him, maybe that's something that they can capitalize on and just make him a heel that I really just don't like.
They really, really like him. They really like Jinder Mahal.
Just because he's the foreign heel, though, like, because they're stuck in this old school mentality.
He's also a very hard worker. I mean that in the sense that he works very hard. I don't mean that he's very good in the ring. I mean that he's just a very hard worker.
He cares about what he's doing.
Yes, and they like that. So
but you know what? So does Kevin Owens, and it's not like because you care you get titles. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
I would rather see Kevin Owens as a heel champion.
Yeah, he also looks like the kind of
guy. The guy they want.
Yeah. So yeah. There you go.
All right. Mike Kanellis is there.
No one cares.
I know that, but this is what I'm trying to say to you is, like, if you have people on your roster who can't make it to WWE champion, why aren't they on SmackDown?
I mean, what are they going to do with Mike and Alice on SmackDown, really?
What are they going to do with them on Raw? Jobber on both brands, right?
He's gonna join the new 3-man band. He's Rhino.
Rhino is like the fall from grace for me. He's just steadily gotten less and less appealing to watch. Right, it's like I can't even like, it's like what they did to Rob Van Dam for me. It's like, oh, Rob Van Dam just win against Wade Barrett. And he's just like, no.
Yeah, no, so that's
fair. That's fair. Like, it's like, no. And then you think, like, oh, man, weren't you, like, ECW and WWE champion at one point? And it's like, now you're just losing to Wade Barrett. I'm afraid I've got some bad news, which was great actually, but they fucking trashed that gimmick.
Bare knuckle brawler
For a fucking king, fucking I'm the king because I've got a British accent.
King Booker.
No, King Booker was amazing.
Hey,
Don't you dare fucking put King Booker
Booker
and King Barrett in the same sentence.
King Booker is one of my favorite.
King Booker is the most amazing. He fucking rolled with. That's making. That's like Rusev style making shit work. He's like, hello, I am the King Booker.
I am King Booker. And then he had like fucking
Having that fucking ghetto Texas bullshit fucking. Fucking half Texas, half fucking
British accent.
Yeah, I love it. I love everything about it.
He had William Regal out there like, all hail King Booker. All hail King Booker.
The greatest. That was the only time he won the title in the WWE.
It
Like
was so good. It was an amazing.
Oh man, yeah, it was. It was.
All hail King Booker. All hail. I'm just like,
There's nobody really good on Raw except for like Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Those are your main eventers right there.
yeah, and Strowman.
Yeah, I forgot he was on there.
Yeah, it's easy to forget he's on there.
Yeah, I forgot he was on there. I went past the bees and like didn't even look at. And you have Lesnar too, I guess.
Yeah, he's just kind of a guy. Lashley's going to be possibly a main eventer as well.
I don't know how I feel about him yet.
He's
like he's awesome. He's awesome
to not be.
He's awesome. But I never really like was into him. I just wasn't into him. I thought he's just like he didn't have the in-ring promo stuff. He didn't have his promo work was off for me, and it was just kind of like, oh yeah, you're a champion. Yay.
I don't really care one way or another about Bobby Lashley, but he's gonna be
Bobby Lashley.
He's gonna be in the main event. You should get used to that.
Yeah, I do really like the fucking SmackDown roster at this point. Better than the Raw roster.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be abundantly clear to them. It's that SmackDown's going to start kind of like being more the important show
we'll
again.
See.
And then he's going to be like, oh shit, we got to do another shake-up again.
No, it's not what I wanted. Oh, damn it. All right.
Johnny Gargano, NXT.
He's going to go.
He's awesome.
He's going to get Aleister Black.
Next week.
Lose.
Not a pay-per-view. Yeah, exactly. He's going to lose.
He's going to lose.
He's going to lose big time. Why are they doing that?
Because he needs to lose.
This week's NXT was fucking dope, by the way. This was like a fucking, like, almost a show.
But he's going to lose not the way you think he's going to lose, though. That's the thing.
How's he going to lose? Aleister's going to turn heel?
No.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Oh, right, because Tomas is cutting those promos that, like, he didn't really win because it was a non-sanctioned match.
Yep. Tommaso Ciampa's coming back. You should get used to that.
I love that, though.
Yeah.
That's going to lead to an even better feud.
Ricochet was awesome. Yeah.
He was fucking great, man.
Yeah, Ricochet's the best.
They got him.
Yeah.
Like, it's like...
Yeah, Ricochet's the best, yes.
You can only just do bad from here at this point.
Yeah, no, Ricochet.
Wait, oh my God. Did you see Kona Reeves' promo?
Yes, I did.
Oh my God, I'm like so ready for this guy. He's like, I got the most fabulous hair. I got a watch. I was like, yes, Kona Reeves. I didn't even care about you until this fucking week. You are so fabulous.
It's going to be interesting.
Oh my God. Bob.
Bob.
Kona fucking Reeves is like the new fucking... he's like what they did to Patrick Clark at this point.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
He's gonna fucking come out so fucking... They're like... they don't give a fuck on NXT. Like, they'll come out with some bad shit, and you'll just be like, oh my God, I'm eating this bad shit. I love it.
Yeah, it's like old, WWE. It's very nice.
What's Patrick Clark's name, who I love? I forget his name.
Velveteen Dream.
Why am I forget? I'm like so forgetful today.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Dream. I'm
the Velveteen.
The Dream should be champion any minute now, in my opinion.
Yes.
He's the greatest person that ever fucking walked the fucking face of the WWE, as far as I'm concerned. So that was this week. Any closing thoughts?
No.
I guess we have 205 Live. What happened on 205 Live? Buddy Murphy.
Mustafa Ali be Davari, who was really.
Oh, you mean Sub-Zero?
Davari looked really good, and I like this new kind of heel gimmick Davari's got going. And Ryan Kendrick came back
with Jack Gallagher as tag team partner.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the dawn of the tag team champions at this point? When are they giving these fucking people tag titles?
I don't know.
Already?
We'll see.
The women need a tag title and the cruiserweights need a tag title.
We'll see. I don't know. This is a good. It was a pretty.
They
good
need
show.
stepping stones on these brands, otherwise it's just boring.
Yeah.
It's like fucking 205 Live is just worse fucking NXT at this point. You know.
Pretty much at this point, yeah.
So. Yeah, that was this week. Closing thoughts. We're at the 1 hour mark.
We'll see what happens in the future. But Shinsuke has the best finisher in the game right now.
The low blow? The Triple H low blow?
It's called the low blow. It's called hitting you where it hurts, AJ. Your title.
Hitting him in the champion.
Hitting you in the championship.
He's the greatest thing right now
Yes.
on SmackDown
And Raw.
And he needs to win the title.
He should.
Like now. Like
he really should.
I don't there's so many players, there's so much going on. It feels like everything is stacked now.
Yeah.
Like to me it feels like they need to bring back like main event. I'm sure that show still goes on.
They need a Friday show, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like there's just like oh man, there's more to happen this week, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I saw an interview with Kevin Nash, where Kevin Nash was like, yeah, you need to have a Friday show that's just kind of like Add to Era-esque. It's just so you have adult entertainment on the network. And I'm like, yeah, that's not a bad idea. You know, but
wait, what kind of Friday show?
Like, it's just a Friday show.
Like an easy dub Friday?
Yeah.
Like an uncensored?
I guess, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just saw an interview with Kevin Nash, and he was talking about it. He said something that he would want to see. So I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's the one thing that the network right now is missing is more adult orientated stuff.
Yes.
So
yes. We'll see. I don't know.
We will see. All right, guys. This is that part where I tell you guys to do things. You should email us at wearesmarks@gmail.com. You can write to us on Twitter at ILikeSmarks. You can also check us out on our Facebook at facebook.com/ILikeSmarks. And that's about it, really. I mean, subscribe to us on iTunes. I would love for you guys to do that. You know, it helps us out. Leave us a 5-star rating anywhere on iTunes and Facebook and all that good stuff. My friends, Indie Promotion is having their show tomorrow, it's today, actually. So if you listen to this and you live in the New York City area, you should definitely go to Now You Create in the Bronx. At Darrow's Extreme Fitness 2, 420. It was all a dream. And also check out our friends at the Nation of African American Wrestling. And also check out our other friends in the Council of Commentary. We got friends everywhere now, man.
Yes,
we're going worldwide.
Worldwide.
Just, keep listening. Keep loving it. Write us in if you got questions and stuff. You know, we'll put you on the air. We'll answer it on the air. And that's it. All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the Smark Tank.
Later, guys.